coming out of Eastern Oregon, damn near Idaho. You're listening to the Double Talkin' with Dog Bite Hair Show.
Thank you, folks, for tuning in to Double Talkin' with Dog Bite. On this episode, I got Ghost Train Trio. We talk about a number of different things. We talk about recording, who they record with, some of their favorite local bands to play with, some of their favorite shows they've played, talk about their music, talk about a number of different things. I do apologize in advance. There's a bit of a audio issue with one of the members' Zoom. So it's a bit quieter in parts, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. I'm going to post it anyways. We recorded it. They're a great band, great bunch of dudes, and I think you guys will all enjoy it, regardless of the sound issues. We are going to play you a little bit of Ghost Train Trio. We're going to play a song called Atomic Wave to kick things off before we go into the interview. But very first, coming up right next, a word from our sponsor.
Howdy. My name is $2 Elvis. I'm the owner-operator of King of the Road VIP Chauffeur Service. That's the tour guide service where you take a tour of Nashville with me, the King.
Well, look out now, I'm cruising around town. You wanna see the city, I'll take you around. Hop on in my baby blue sedan, but don't get jealous of my hundreds of fans. I'll show you the sights and all the bright lights. You say, Elvis, take the wheel. Elvis, take the wheel. Elvis, $2 Elvis, take the wheel.
All you gotta do, baby, is go to www.2elvis.com. Select your date, put down that deposit, and you got a date with me, the King.
Elvis, $2 Elvis, take the wheel.
Alrighty, folks, with me on the Zoom, I got Ghost Train Trio. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. So I apologize in advance. My cat's going crazy in the background. This has been we're off to a good start, but it's all right. We'll get through it. So where are you guys out of? You guys are out of the Seattle area, right?
Yep, basically just north of Seattle, right around shoreline.
Cool. And then you guys have how long have you guys have been around for a while too, haven't you? How long have you guys been a band?
Yeah, so Joel and I met around 2009, 2010, and we had another drummer for a couple of years that didn't really pan out too well, but that's when we were still trying to kind of figure out what kind of, figure out our sound and work on what we were doing, write songs and so forth. And then we had a little bit of a hiatus while we found a new drummer, which is Bob Farwell there. And ever since we found Bob, we've been cooking and busy and playing shows and recording and doing what we do.
Right on. So was Bob on the last album?
Yes, pretty much all recordings that we've done as Ghost Train Trio, Bob's been on. We didn't do any with the old drummer was a very short-lived thing, and like I said, that was in the very beginning when we still were figuring out our sound and working out songs and developing our style basically.
Right on. Yeah, I really dug that album. Front to back, it's really good. So you're working on some new stuff though, right? How's that coming along?
Yeah, it's come along. I have to admit, there's been some changes going on. Joel just moved to a new house. I actually moved into his old house. And so there's been some, personal changes going on with us, and of course, COVID and all that nonsense. So it's been a little bit slow ever since we made that last album. But we have a few nuggets that we're working on now and getting things rolling again. And we've been out playing a few more shows again. And so, yeah, we're getting the ball rolling again, getting back to it, basically.
Right on. So you guys got any good shows coming up?
Would be Joel's, but
I can't hear you, Joel.
You're not getting anything at all?
Yeah, now we got you.
Okay. Yeah. So
on again.
It's off again. I wonder if I can unmute him myself.
I think what Joel's trying to say is that is that we don't really have anything booked right now. We got a few feelers out. We just played Daryl's, which is a local club, this last Thursday, and that was cool. But we're sort of, it's been a little bit slow, with shows coming out of COVID. It feels like since Omicron and all that crap, it's just been a little bit slow around here. So we're just, focus on writing and keeping our eyes peeled for good shows that are coming through town that we could open for.
Yeah, man, I totally hear that. And since things have opened back up, I feel like booking's like a little different getting back into it now. I just feel like things are different with shows and everything. It just feels different. I can't explain it, but it's how things used to work. It's not quite the same anymore,
Yeah. One thing I'd say that I've noticed is now shows tend to start earlier and end earlier. Much more of a early evening type thing rather than an all night rock and roll party type thing.
Yeah, I also feel like there's like not an in between with like I either hear about a show coming up tomorrow, or it's like it seems like either like shows are popping up like within the week, or like you have to wait like a year out to get booked now. It's like there's not an in between with anything, It's just it's different,
Yeah. Well, one thing that happens with us, like Bob mentioned, we open for touring band. We have a good in with the Fun House and the El Corazon, and a lot of times they call us up to open up for bands that are touring. So a lot of times we won't get noticed until, a few days before. Sometimes, it's pretty quick when it happens. And so a lot of times we might be sitting with no shows booked for a while, and then all of a sudden get several of them booked all at once.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of how it is with me too. So yeah, I get that. Yeah, El Corazon, I love those guys, man. Dana's a good dude.
Yep, that's off Dana Sims.
Yeah, my backing band is Stone Evergreen Travelers, so we rent the van out quite a bit to go touring and stuff. He's got like a tour van he rents out to bands that we rent out, and he's always nothing but righteous to us, man. And El Corazon's such a cool place, man. Like anytime I get on the stage there, I just am like this overwhelming feeling comes over me of just like realizing who's been on there. Like there's been so many great people on that stage.
I was just gonna say there's so much history there. It's a landmark. It's like an iconic landmark in Seattle,
Yeah. There. I heard they're about to tear it down, actually. But
I've been hearing the same thing.
I'm surprised that it's lasted as long as it has, and I really hope it stays. But with the way Seattle's been going with all the development, I would not be surprised if,
Yeah, that's just how it's been, man. I lived up there probably about 11 or 12 years ago, man, and fuck, it was already like well on its way then, and I feel like nothing has slowed down and nothing has really changed. It's just gotten worse and worse. They're just tearing down the old beautiful Victorian houses and putting up fucking, condos everywhere. It's just different,
Modern modular architecture that is just, there's not much to look at there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. That's just how it goes, I guess, man. But
Joel, you got audio now, Joel? Can you
I don't
speak?
know.
There you are. Yeah.
I am there. Nice. Yeah, Seattle's changed a lot in the last decade or so, and the fun house is in El Corazon now, and hopefully it'll stay there.
Yeah, the Funhouse is a great fucking venue too. Before it went into El Corazon, it was so rad. There's a lot of those, man, that are just gone. I'm trying to think of some other ones that I used to play. I don't know. I used to play Tim's. Tim's is still there, but it's just like not the same that it used to be,
Tim's Tavern is done. It's gone.
That's gone now too, huh? Shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. What happened to it?
We live really close to Tim's, and we played there before the pandemic, and then it just couldn't survive.
Just didn't make it through, huh? That seems like one of those places that wouldn't make it. That sucks because I liked Tim's, but yeah, I used to play there when Greg Gibson used to book there all the time. I don't know if you guys knew Greg when he was still alive or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greg started the Psychobilly Brawl, and but yeah, Patrick from Splatterhouse. You guys know Splatterhouse Records?
We're familiar. Yeah, there's a few cool bands on that label.
Yeah, he took over. He bought the Psychobilly. Oh fuck, what was it called again?
Brawl?
Yeah, Psychobilly Brawl. He bought the rights to that to keep it going, and he's been doing awesome shit with that. He should be coming on. You guys would be perfect for that. I know Patrick pretty well. Name drop you guys for that if he hits me up. He was asking me the other day about people I thought they should play.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I feel like I've played with you guys before. I was telling Joel that via email or on Instagram when we were talking, but I thought I'd played with you guys with the Blasters, but he said you guys didn't open for the Blasters.
Yeah,
Not ring a bell for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't think we ever did. We played with the Travelers quite a bit, or at least a few times. But yeah, we didn't play with the Blasters.
Huh.
So we probably met at a Travelers show. That's my guess.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, I feel like I know you guys from someplace. But yeah, I'm a fan of your guys' music, man. I really dig it a lot. Are you guys affiliated with any label, or you guys just put out your own stuff?
It's just us.
Just you guys? Right on. Who do you guys record with?
Johnny Sangster.
Yes, Johnny Sangster. He's awesome to work with.
What was that again?
Johnny Sangster at Cracklin Pop Studios in Dallas. And he's basically done all of our recordings since we've been a band, which is the first one we did with Comrade Uno, but he then since retired, and then he recommended us to Johnny Sangster, and ever since after that, we've been with Johnny Sangster every recording. Yeah, super great to work with, really into the vintage sounds and the kind of Americana, old school rock sound, and just really fun to work with. Has it fit together really well, on top of the stuff. So yeah, we've been sticking with him the whole time. It's been great.
Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I guess that's what they say. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it was good recordings.
Gotten us the best stand-up bass sound of anybody that we've worked with before in the studio. That's always a challenge.
Yeah, it is. It's always a challenge to get the stand up in there. Actually, the Travelers had a friend of theirs that started recording, and he recorded some of their stuff for free just so he could work with TJ on the stand-up, because he said he was always having challenges with getting the right sound from the stand-up bass. So
Yep, it's its own animal, that's for sure.
that is for certain. Live too. It's a special instrument to deal with live as well.
It is. It can be a real headache sometimes, but absolutely worth it.
Oh, totally worth it, man. Yep, 100% worth it. That's what I do. I use the stand up. So, and if I don't know, man, it's easier to play without drums if you got stand up too. I don't like playing without drums either now, but for a while I was drumless, and I think having the stand up really helped fill it out some, for sure.
Yeah, I could see that. It's really percussive, if you're slapping and you got that rhythm going along with the bass. It's cool. Joel and I, when we click together, it's awesome, because the rhythms are sort of complementing each other and they're rolling along. It's fun, like get those gallops and stuff like that in there, but it's it takes some work.
Yeah, it's definitely a different beast. But yeah, so well, shit. So who are some of your favorite? I've been asking a lot of people this, like, who are some of your favorite bands to play shows with? I'm trying to build my catalog for the podcast and find some new music. Who you guys like playing with?
The Brainiacs from Portland.
Oh yeah, they're out of Portland. That's right.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. They put on a really zany show, and they're really good at what they do. Really great players, and good songs, good stuff. But they also put on a show. They wear kind of zany costumes, like mad scientist type costumes, So they had a lot of fun to the show. But they're also a really great band musically as well.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Lucid Tones. One of the bands we kind of met in our travels and continue to listen to a lot. They're from Whitefish, Montana, but they make it out here. I think they played the Brawl one year.
Yeah, they played. We booked them at me and Patrick did a show called the Splatterhouse Ruckus, because I was doing stuff at Ruckus in the Records and Ruckus in the Boonies, so I was doing those two things, and so we did a collaboration show and we booked the Lucitones. I haven't thought about them since then, though. They're such a good band.
They're very good,
for sure. Yeah, something about Montana.
And then I'll also, not to name drop and brag, but we also did get to open for the Necromaniacs at the Necromantics at the El Corazon one time. That was epic.
Couple times. Yeah. Couple times with Necromantic, yeah. And the Meteors a couple times. Those guys are great.
Hillbilly Casino is one of my little highlights of
Those guys are really good.
Yeah, they're amazing. Jeff
Where did you guys
Firemore,
play with them at?
Funhouse, the El Corazon Funhouse.
That's right, because they came up for a one-off show. They barely leave Texas anymore, but Hillbilly Casino's rad, man.
Yeah, they're killer.
That could top notch.
Yeah, they're fun, man.
Mm.
Fun. I saw them at Muddy Roots 2012, I believe. That's where I saw them. Yeah, they're great, man. Good friends with James Honeycutt too. He's a guy that's from your guys' area. You guys probably know James, I'm assuming.
Yeah, seen him a few times. I think he played with Jesse Dayton. I think last time Jesse was coming through town, so that was a cool show.
Oh, right on. Yeah, Jesse Dayton's rad too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he did play. Actually, I think the Stone Evergreen Travelers played too. Tone down set at El Corazon with them.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Let's see. So, yeah, like I said, I kind of just shoot from the hips from on these interviews. But
So we were going to talk about the album, like writing, how this was really recorded in 2 sessions. You want to share it with Patrick?
Oh, sure. So we had actually recorded 5 of the songs in one session early in the COVID lockdown. And then during the COVID lockdown, wrote a bunch of new songs and then went in and did another EP of 5 songs. And then at the end of that year, we figured we might as well just put both of those EPs together and make it one solid album. And so that's, how that came together. And then we decided to print vinyl, which is exciting. We've never been on vinyl before. And so, yeah, it was great to be able to come out of the COVID lockdown with something, that kind of shows it was a way of producing something during a troubled time,
yeah. Do you guys have any challenges with the vinyl? I hear a lot of bands, especially smaller ones, are having issues with waiting time because it's so popular now. And I guess like a lot of the major labels are just exhausting all the resources.
I think we got super lucky. So we put in the request around, I want to say it was like March of 21, right? Because we recorded in the end of 20, and then it was around March. We were like, okay, yeah, let's print the vinyl. And we got it, I think, in June or July. I mean, we had to wait, 3 or 4 months. Yeah, but it came faster than we even thought. It just by maybe 3 weeks or so. But that's right when we heard that everything was like totally locking up. So I think we got super lucky. We put the order in, and we just requested 500, so it wasn't a massive order, but we just got under the radar, I think.
Who'd you guys print through? I'm looking to print some.
Hand drawn records out of Texas. They also their advertisement shows Toadie's album, so that sold me. I think Johnny recommended them to us as well, and they were pretty good to work with.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
That's a pretty quick turnover too. Even when things are going good, it seems like that's a pretty good turnover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the album split up between the side A and side B are the 2 different recordings. We didn't really mix the songs up. So the side A was with Devil Wants a Shot, and so those other songs was like written all pre-COVID, and then side B with Changes Coming and Can't Even Cry, and some of those songs, it's definitely a lot more angst and sort of COVID influenced, pissed off nature and all of that we were all dealing with. That definitely came out with those songs. And so I think it's pretty awesome because both sides are really strong. You know, I wouldn't consider side B to be any weaker, than side A at all. It's they definitely both stand on their own. It's kind of cool to slap them both together, like that.
Yeah. So did you guys release this already? Because the only one I could find was the first one, I thought.
Yeah, I think everything's on Spotify. Currently Spotify, the side B of the album is called Change is Coming, and then the side A is called Devil Wants a Shot. That's how we initially put it out, as 2 EPs. And then on the vinyl, it's a 10-song vinyl, but it's those 2 EPs combined. So they're on, I think they're on most major platforms. I forget who we go through for our digital.
Yeah, I do see it now, actually. Right on. Yeah, I do see it now. I guess I'm blind.
It's kind of confusing the way that it's really released as 2 separate EPs on digitally, but then with the vinyl, we put them together.
Yeah.
So, we like the Devil Wants a Shot artwork and stuff, and we just, thought that was pretty strong. So, it was cool to, be able to just use that.
Yeah. So, you guys said you got this for sale on vinyl. Do you guys have a store online, or you guys just sell stuff at your shows?
Both. We always have them at shows, and then we have a website. It's just ghosttraintrio.com. Very original name, but you can find them there too.
It works. It works.
Yeah. And then just at the local record store, Sonic Boom down there in Ballard, we have some copies that we put in there, and we've sold a few down there. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool, man. Man, I haven't thought of Sonic Boom for a while. I used to live down in the Ballard area for a minute. But yeah, old Tractor Tavern area and all that fun stuff. My buddy's a part owner at the Tin Hat. I don't know if you guys know the Tin Hat at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a minute.
Yeah, it's a cool little dive bar. Good food, nothing fancy. Yeah, I like it there.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Yeah, he's actually from where I'm from too, ironically enough, from a little town in Eastern Oregon called Heppner. So randomly ended up out there and ended up being a part owner of that place.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, guys, is there anything you want to add before I let you guys go?
Well, just say thanks for having us. It's been great chatting, and keep on the lookout for Ghost Train Trio. We'll be out there, hopefully having a great rock and roll summer. And
Absolutely. Hopefully we can meet up sometime. Welcome you guys to, I'm doing a show at the Pine Box Boys May 6th at the Valley in Tacoma. If you guys want to come up and check it out, I know it's a bit far for some of you guys, but it'll be fun. It'll be good to meet you guys in person.
Yeah, we like the Valley.
Yeah.
Good place.
Oh yeah.
Tacoma's, it's not that far. That'd be awesome.
Right on.
May
Cool.
6th. I'll put it on the calendar.
Awesome. Yeah, come on up. And I book a few shows too, so I'll keep you guys in mind now that I know that there's another band out there that's local and wants to play and stuff, so I like to book a few bigger shows up that way. Some from time to time. It's been since before the pandemic since I've been able to do anything, but like I said too, now I'm kind of finding my way again. It's a little weird with booking these days, so but
Yeah, well, keep us in mind. We can
keep at it, man. Keep the rock alive. Keep it
rock.
rolling.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for coming on.
Okay.
Let me know if you guys have new releases or anything and you want to come back on. You're more than welcome whenever.
Right on.
All right.
It's good meeting you guys.
All right. Thanks a lot.
What a great interview. I'd like to personally thank Ghost Train Trio for coming on, giving me the time of day to let me interview them. Super nice bunch of guys. I do wish we could have got the sound quality a little better, but I am just using what I got, and that is not much right now, folks. So you get what you get. So, and regardless, it's good. So, yeah. We got a bunch of good stuff coming up throughout the week. Be sure to tune in to all the last episodes of Double Talkin' this week. Prior to this show, we also had the legendary Jimmy Swope, formerly of Blue Ball Deluxe. And we've also got, this week, we'll have a episode of Matt Marks, my wrestling podcast. We'll also have a episode of Dogwater Radio, the fucking podcast that started it all. We will be back. Me and the Blackwater Dern recorded a show today on the road on I-84 on our way back from Portland from my knee appointment. So yeah, great week of podcasts coming up, and I'm sure I'll manage to get another episode of Useless and Alone podcasts on, and I've got a few good interviews coming up as well. I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag just yet, because none of them are recorded yet, and I don't like to say who's coming on until the show is in the can. So just sit tight. We've got some really good stuff coming for you, and thank you all for tuning in. If you know somebody who wants their music played on one of the podcasts, hit me up on any one of my social media pages, or send me an email to dogwaterradio@gmail.com. All lowercase letters. Yeah, and if you want to be interviewed, same thing. Any of the social media pages, dogwaterradio@gmail.com. If you want to sponsor, same thing. Any of the social media pages, and dogwaterradio@gmail.com. Hit me up there. Once again, appreciate Ghost Train Trio for giving me the time of day. We're going to send you out with a Ghost Train Trio song. This song is called Burning Up the Track. We will see, or you will hear me next time. Later, folks.
Devil's riding shotgun. Another lonely hotel bed, hell running through my head. I gave up my soul the day I lost control. Now I'm driving till the engine's dead. Yeah, I'm burning up the tracks, always on the run, headed straight into the setting sun. Pedal to the metal in an old Cadillac, hit the open road and I'm never looking back. Burning up the tracks, and the devil's riding shotgun. It's no surprise, staring straight into the devil's eyes. Strap myself in and kiss it goodbye. devils riding shotgun.